faces and pointless views. We all need something to blame. When all is said and done, you wonder why you're here if you won. Well, I've got your number. I know your time. We are just reasons without rhyme. Yeah. Let's search in your soul to see who you are. What can you hope to find? Material wealth, or maybe some laughter. Isn't it peace of mind? And will you find what you're looking for? Or do you even know for sure? All things have a meaning. All things have a time.
Good evening, South Tama Trojan fans. Welcome to another night of Trojan action here on Trojan Country. We are live from Williamsburg High School this evening as the boys team is set to take on the Raiders in WaMaC Conference action. I'm Darvin Graham, and I'll be with you for the duration tonight. We've got about 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go left in this JV Frosh game. South Tama trailing in this one 61-24. And I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors that have put us on the road this evening and allowed us to bring you South Tama coverage all around the region this winter. They include Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Salt Creek Wind, State Bank of Toledo, Sharn Weber's, Marquest Law, S&S Car Wash, Medicap Pharmacy, Iowa Premium, Mercy Care Tama, and the Tama Pump. Thanks to all those folks, businesses, and organizations. Tonight's broadcast and all of our work on Trojan Country is also made possible by the Charlie Townsley Memorial. So tonight, South Tama coming in after a couple of losses to start the new year, facing off against the WaMaC West leading Williamsburg Raiders. Raiders, meanwhile, only 2 losses on their calendar and have been flying pretty high, as they've done quite well against the bulk of their WaMaC schedule. One loss came early in the season to Xavier, and another was to West Delaware. Otherwise, they've gotten wins against Benton Community, Centerpoint-Urbana, Mount Vernon, Solon, among others. And tonight we're going to get a look at them for the first time. And for South Tama, they're just trying to get their lineup kind of gelled together. Some new players joining the group to start the new year. The first game back after break was the Marquette Catholic doubleheader, and not all of the new faces were able to suit up that night. And so the last 2 against Independence and on Tuesday against Solon kind of were the first trips out for the new players, including Wyatt Capayu, Lucius Bear, and a few others. And so the Trojans really just trying to find a rhythm, or trying to find something that works with introducing some new bodies to the equation. And we'll see how they do tonight here at Williamsburg. All right, we'll be back with one of our Get to Know the Athlete feature interviews before the start of the varsity game after a word from our sponsors. Located in the heart of corn and cattle country, Iowa Premium procures and processes only corn-fed Black Angus cattle that come hand-selected from family farms in Iowa and neighboring states. As Tama County's largest employer, the team at Iowa Premium are an anchor, not only in the beef industry, but throughout eastern and central Iowa. Iowa Premium, a national beef company. Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo offers free medication packaging and free delivery to surrounding areas. With convenient drive-up service and hours on Saturday morning, Medicap Pharmacy is always there for you. Visit with pharmacist Derek Townsend and his team by calling 484-6198 or stop by their location across from Fairway in Toledo. Medicap Pharmacy, locally owned and expertly operated. Sharn Weber's in Toledo serves central and northeast Iowa with the latest in heating and cooling systems, water softeners, plumbing and electrical installation, as well as expert service and repair. As a family-owned hallmark business from the South Tama community, Sharn Weber's is proud to support Trojan spirit on the field, on the stage, on the court, or in the classroom. When the job needs done, call Sharn Weber's at 800-542-7980. S&S Car Wash provides both automatic and hand wash services as well as detailing for your vehicle. S&S Car Wash, your local car wash destination with convenient locations in Toledo and Tama. 2022 marks the 95th year in business for the State Bank of Toledo since opening in 1927. The State Bank of Toledo is Trojan Country's hometown bank, supporting its customers with loyal, friendly, and fair customer service. With 2 convenient locations, a full-service investment center, 24-hour ATM service, and online banking, you can't go wrong making State Bank of Toledo your financial services choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com. Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home in Tama is locally owned and operated, serving Tama, Toledo, and the surrounding areas. Cruzy Phillips offers both traditional and cremation services at the time of need, as well as pre-planned arrangements that give you and your family peace of mind. Through competent professionalism, the staff at Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home serves families with compassion and respect for their needs and wishes. That's why they offer services with unique options and attention to every detail. Obituaries and funeral home information can be found online at cruzy-phillips.com or by calling 641-484-3400. MarQuest Law Office in Toledo is a proud Trojan Country sponsor and supporter of STC activities. Attorney Mike Marquess and the staff at MarQuest Law Office are here to help during life's most challenging moments. The attorneys at MarQuest Law specialize in a variety of areas, including family law, criminal defense, real estate, and civil litigation. With a growing staff of legal professionals, there's a good chance MarQuest Law can handle your case. MarQuest Law. We care, we listen, we can help. Call 641-484-1001 or visit tamalaw.com for more. If you believe in capturing meaningful moments, you've made it to the right place. The Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films are a proud supporter of Trojan Country and South Tama County activities. Located near Conrad, the Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films offer an array of photo and video services, including family photos, newborns, kids and seniors, weddings, and commercial media. Check them out on the web at tfdphoto.com or on Facebook and Instagram to learn more. Trojan Country fans, come on down to The Pump, Tama, Toledo's #1 bar and grill. Located in downtown Tama at 218 West 3rd Street, The Pump serves up cold drinks, a warm atmosphere, and an amazing lunch on the regular. Check out the Tama Pump on Facebook for regular lunch and drink specials, as well as details on their latest events. All right, welcome back live from Williamsburg High School. Darvin Graham with you this evening on Trojan Country as the STC Trojans taking on the Raiders tonight in WaMaC Conference action. Today, Williamsburg coming into this one 7-2 overall. They're head coached by Bradley Knoop. Their wins this season have come against Independence, Fort Madison, Benton Community, Center Point Urbana, Solon, Mount Vernon, Mid Prairie. Meanwhile, the losses are against Xavier Catholic. And most recently, their last game out was a loss to West Delaware. And it wasn't close, 61-42 the final there. And the Raiders have been in some close ones here this season. If you look down their schedule through the first half, they had a 69-61 win over Mid Prairie. They squeaked by Mount Vernon by 2 points, 72-70. It was a 9-point finish over Solon. So some battle-tested Raiders coming in to take on the Trojans this evening. Leading scorers for Williamsburg coming into the matchup, Derek Weiskopf. He is a 6'4 junior combo guard forward. He's averaging 15.4 points per game. And does a lot of his work inside the arc. Kind of a bigger slashing forward type, if you want to call it that way. And then Ethan Harmon, the other key contributor on the offensive side, averaging 13.7 points per game. Harmon, meanwhile, 6'6 senior guard. And so some size, again, to be the issue for South Tama, as some big, long bodies they'll have to match up against. The Trojans will be undersized as they are in most WaMaC contests this season. But the Trojans, some speed, some speed and some quickness. That kind of can be the takeaway for them. Their guards really the most experienced of the group. That's kind of where the most solidity lies on the roster, and so we'll see how the backcourt for South Tama can match up against Williamsburg this evening. Ivan Alvarado, after a couple of quiet games, looking to get back into form a bit. We'll see how he responds this evening. Wyatt Capeyu looked to be a force underneath for the Trojans after transferring in from Meskwaki Settlement School for his final senior season. Just getting going with the team. Last time out, we saw them against Independence. Capeyu came out and got into foul trouble early, and that really changed his game through most of that one. I don't have stats from the Solon game South Tama played on Tuesday. The Trojans got a loss in that one. But the final score was reminiscent of the rest of the WaMaC, 69-34, the final score against Solon. And that's really been about what the Trojans have put together. And maybe each game script happened a little differently from night to night, but the finishes have been eerily similar when you look at the box scores. Just if you're kind of looking at the pattern of the whole thing. You've got their game against Grinnell. Final there was 62-33. Marion was 61-49. Mount Vernon was 69-44. Center Point Urbana 62-44. Vinton Shellsburg 65-42. Marquette was 68-43, and on and on. I mean, the other two were similar as well. So we'll see if the Trojans can make some inroads this evening and change the script a little bit. And we're about 8 minutes away from tip-off here, live from Williamsburg High School. And we'll be right back in a few minutes with the starters. And here's a look at one of our winter athletes and their get-to-know-the-player interviews that we've been doing this season for the basketball and wrestling teams. If you'd like to catch this, we'll be posting these throughout the winter season on Facebook on our Trojan Country Facebook page. So check that out if you'd like to send that to somebody or check that out again. All right, you are listening to Trojan Country. Welcome to another STC Student Athlete Spotlight. I'm joined today by STC junior wrestler Caden Kopsa. Caden, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. You guys just got done with a really tough and kind of intense practice here in the Christmas break. How are you feeling after really getting after it here today?
You know, it's tough, but it feels good once you're done. We got a break on the weekend, so, I mean,
Yep.
just rest up and get better.
You bet. Talk to me a little bit about your history with wrestling. How long have you wrestled, and what kind of got you interested in the sport?
Okay, so this is actually my first year. Last minute decision to come out, and
Sure.
just a split decision, something to try, you know, and so far I really enjoyed it. So
What has kind of kept you going and kept you motivated with the team in your first year experience?
Oh yeah, so a lot of the guys that have been wrestling, you know, they really push you and, you know, make you better, and just a really good team like aspect of like going together, and yeah.
What has been do you have like a highlight or a memorable moment that comes to mind from this first half of the wrestling season so far?
Definitely the duel at Benton, getting my first pin. I felt really great in front of everyone, and yep, that's probably the best.
Yep. What do you find is the most challenging part of the wrestling sport so far?
Definitely mentally tough, and you have to be physically strong, but the practices are definitely tough, and you just got to push through it.
Yep. What sort of things are you working on right now to kind of improve your game as a wrestler? Is there an aspect of or a technique or something like that you're working on to really improve right now?
Yeah, so pretty much just all of my technique in a whole. Since this is my first year, I'm just learning a lot of new things, and the coaches have been great. So
Yeah. And what are some goals that you have for yourself looking out for the rest of the this year, or maybe even next year as well as your senior year?
yeah, so I definitely want to get a lot better with my technique, gain some strength, and get a few more wins. Yep.
Yeah. So I want to pivot a little bit. And talk about just some broader questions about you, just to get to know you a little bit. Can you tell me, do you have any pets or siblings, and tell us about those if you have them?
Yep. So I have a dog, a golden doodle, and then I have a sister,
What's
freshman,
What's the doodle's name?
Saba.
And what's Saba like?
She's great. She's really lazy, but she can be energetic when she wants to, so it's kind of the perfect dog.
Nice. What are some hobbies or interests that you have outside of school and outside of wrestling?
Yeah, so I love golfing a lot. I golf about every day in the summer, and I just like being outdoors, like fishing, trying new things. So, yep.
And do you have any unique talents or skills?
I'd just say probably my golf game, and I like snowboarding a lot, so just getting out and doing stuff.
Have you gotten to snowboard at all this year? Maybe probably
Yes,
pretty busy with
yeah. A few times, yep.
Got it, nice.
So it's been good.
Who are some of your heroes?
I'd say my first one's definitely my dad. He's like on board with anything I do, and he just motivates me a lot. And then, yeah, I guess that'd be it. Yep.
Yeah. So hypothetically speaking, you win $1 million. What's the first thing you do after you win $1 million?
Definitely put it into a college fund. Try to go golf somewhere in college. Maybe rent out a place. Yep, that's about it.
If you could be an animal for a day, what animal would you be and why?
Probably a cheetah. They're just super fast. I feel like it'd be fun to just, you know, zoom around.
Yeah, right on. All right, we'll end with some favorites questions. What is your favorite food?
I'd say, I like food a lot, so there's a lot of them, but
We just had Christmas, so maybe a favorite Christmas food or holiday food?
Yeah, I'd say definitely just any kind of meat.
Okay,
Just,
right on.
yeah.
How about media, favorite book, movie, or TV show?
I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I play a lot of games, but
Favorite game?
favorite game I'd say Call of Duty, definitely.
Favorite type of music or favorite music artist?
I definitely like rap the most, but I listen to about everything. Favorite artist? Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about
right.
that.
How about favorite type of weather, favorite season?
I like winter a lot. Yeah, just snowboarding, you know. There's a lot of things you can do. I don't really like too hot of weather, so
Sure.
winter's definitely a good one for me.
All right, last question, most important question. Casey's or Quick Star?
I gotta say Casey's, because I've just,
Yeah.
you know,
The,
I know everything, you know.
Yeah, you know where it's at. All
Yeah,
right,
for
fair
sure.
enough. All right, well, thank you, Caden. That was
Thank you.
STC junior wrestler Caden Kopsa. All right, welcome back live from Williamsburg High School. We are about a minute away from the starters getting announced, and we'll jump right into our starting lineups here. First, for the Williamsburg Raiders, they're going to be led by number 12, 6'6" senior guard forward Ethan Harmon. Then number 15, 6'4" senior guard Landon Jepson. Number 21, 5'9" guard Maddox Dorman. Number 23, 6'2" guard senior Trey O'Neill, and rounding out the lineup for the Raiders, number 25, 6'2" forward senior Gavin Dorman. So 2 Dormans out there this evening, notably not present on the starting lineup tonight, or not on the scorers book either. So he's out for the evening. Is leading scorer Derek Weiskopf. He comes in averaging just over 15 points per game, but not in the starting lineup for the Raiders this evening. And now for your STC Trojans. They are going to be led by number 3, 6'1" senior forward Wyatt Capeu. Then number 5, 5'10" junior forward Daniel Weiss. Number 10, 5'11" senior guard Ivan Alvarado. Number 15, 6'2" sophomore forward Kingston Davenport. And finally, number 50, 6' junior center Jeremy Dolash. The Trojans are coached by head coach Dustin Pesca and assisted by Nate Dorn. All right, so we are having the starting lineups and the national anthem here live from Williamsburg High School. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with the tip-off and the first quarter action here from Williamsburg. Thanks again to our sponsors, Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Salt Creek Wind, State Bank of Toledo, Sharn Weber's, Marquest Law, S&S Car Wash, Medicap Pharmacy, Iowa Premium, Mercy Care Tama, and the Tama Pump. We'll be back after this.
First for the Trojans, at forward.
I should have asked her faster.
Should have asked me faster. Should have asked me faster.
I pursued her through the fall, y'all. Pretty sure I saw her in Sioux Falls at a shopping mall. Or was it on a cellular call? I think, but I can't recall. Manchester Stados in Colorado, saw driving by in a fly Eldorado. I jumped up, spilled on chest like I was a king of Los Machos. I shouldn't have grasped her like a Shasta. Where my baby go, I don't know. I should have asked her faster.
Should ask me faster. Should ask me faster. Should ask me faster. Should ask me faster.
Should have asked her faster.
Hey girl, what's this land you're dying to use?
All right, welcome back. Live into Williamsburg High School. Ready for tip-off here in this boys varsity game. We'll say good luck to the STC girls as they host Williamsburg tonight at the Roundhouse. We'll pass along any score updates as we can make those available. So again, out on the court for the Trojans, Wyatt Capeyu, Daniel Weiss, Ivan Alvarado, Kingston Davenport, and Jeremy Dolash. It's going to be Wyatt Capeyu at the center for the tip against Ethan Harmon. And away we go. Trey O'Neill with the ball, top of the key. Almost stolen away by Ivan Alvarado. Pull-up jumper by Gavin Dorman's no good. Rebound tracked down by Trey O'Neill. Cross-court pass to Dorman. Drives in, kicks it out. The three, air ball. Dolash the rebound, wrestles it away. And the Trojans back up the court. A steal. And the finish at the hoop for Landon Jepson. Little press action coming here from Williamsburg. Stolen away by Jepson. He gets the foul at the other end. Foul is going to be on Daniel Weiss. And that'll take Landon Jepson to the line for two. First one goes down. One more here for Jepson. 1 for 1. Raiders lead 3-0. Capeyu finally brings it up. Here's the first offensive look after almost a minute and a half. It's gone off the clock. A couple steals have kept the ball on the Williamsburg end. Ivan Alvarado on the right side. Davenport. Now Capeyu. Trojans working it around the horn. Alvarado pulls it up off the front of the rim. Loose ball. Finally comes down to South Tama. Scramble out of bounds there. Trey O'Neill dove out of bounds to try and save it. but he's the last to touch it, and the Trojans will take it out of bounds in their own baseline. Weiss catches it on the run. A lot of movement, good ball movement here from South Tama. Alvarado. Capeu loses the handle. Dorman comes up with the steal. And O'Neal into the lane, can't get the floater to drop. Trojans with the loose ball pickup. Alvarado pumps fakes. Capeu down low, loses it again. Last touch by Williamsburg. Davenport, top of the key, gives it off to Alvarado. Working against O'Neal. Capeu gets the screen from Dolash, and he's called for traveling. Capeu out of sorts a little bit to start here, but nobody getting ready to come in for Coach Pesca and the Trojans, as things are going to stand pat as far as this lineup here in the first. Williamsburg goes inside to Dorman, guarded by Davenport. Out to Jepson, in from the left side. Acrobatic move and a finish for Landon Jepson. He's got all 5 points for the Raiders here. Trojans just having trouble controlling the ball in the middle of the court. Alvarado gets the miss, gives it off to Capeu. Another shot from Capeu. Hard off the rim, Dorman the rebound. Williamsburg back up the court again. Trey O'Neal from the right side, cross court. Open look for Maddox Dorman. Three-pointer not there. Gavin Dorman the rebound. Long three-pointer by O'Neal. Rolls around the rim, no good. Harmon the rebound, thought he got fouled. No call there. Here's Alvarado in the fast break. Tries the acrobatic move. The put back by Dolash is good. Trojans finally get on the board with a bucket from Jeremy Dolash. Three-pointer by Jepson is good. He's had the hot hand here in the first quarter. Trojans just need to respond here to try and keep pace and keep things moving in this first half. Trap near half court, and Pesca and the Trojans will call a timeout.
Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo offers free medication packaging and free delivery to surrounding areas. With convenient drive-up service and hours on Saturday morning, Medicap Pharmacy is always there for you. Visit with pharmacist Derek Townsend and his team by calling 484-6198 or stop by their location across from Fairway in Toledo. Medicap Pharmacy, locally owned and expertly operated.
Coming out of the timeout, South Tama trailing 8-2 here against Williamsburg. Lucius Bear into the game for Wyatt Capeu. So South Tama puts a little more speed on the court. Daniel Weiss also to the bench for Cade Rosenberger. Alvarado, top of the key, three-pointer, hard off the rim. Bear can't come up with the loose ball. Harmon, one-on-one against Alvarado, and that's just size right there as he just extends and finishes at the hoop. Ethan Harmon gets the first points, not contributed by Landon Jepson. Three-pointer from Rosenberger's off the mark. And a three by Maddox Dorman. And now An 11-point lead for Williamsburg. Dolash had a putback attempt there, couldn't quite get it to go. Dorman inside. Dump off to Jepson from the left side. Jepson has been open and busy underneath the hoop tonight. Another timeout. South Tama looking slow to react here in this first quarter. We'll be back after this.
S&S Car Wash provides both automatic and hand wash services as well as detailing for your vehicle. S&S Car Wash, your local car wash destination with convenient locations in Toledo and Tama. "2022 marks the 95th year in business for the State Bank of Toledo since opening in 1927. The State Bank of Toledo is Trojan Country's hometown bank, supporting its customers with loyal, friendly, and fair customer service. With 2 convenient locations, a full-service investment center, 24-hour ATM service, and online banking, you can't go wrong making State Bank of Toledo your financial services choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trojans down 15-2 coming out of the timeout. On the court for STC, Kingston Davenport just inbound. The ball to Ivan Alvarado. And a foul is going to be called at midcourt. We've got Damian Benner. It just came in for Dolash. Lucius Baer, Cade Rosenberger, and Ivan Alvarado. Daniel Weiss checks in for Alvarado, so South Tama going with a full second unit here. Davenport, the only Trojan not to get a breather yet. Rosenberger trying to get past O'Neal. Baer from the top. A steal by Maddox Dorman. One-on-one against Baer, and the layup is good. Rosenberger from the right side, dumps it off to Benner. Gives it right back to Rosenberger. He's got nowhere to go. Trips on the feet of Gavin Dorman. It's going to be last touch by Williamsburg, and that will send the ball back to South Tama. Dorman is fouled. Call goes against Lucius Baer. Inbound pass to Dorman. Hard off the backboard. Loose ball into the backcourt. Picked up by Rosenberger. Dumps it off to Benner. Benner can't hang on. And it goes back towards Williamsburg. They're out and moving quick. Three-pointer by Gavin Dorman off the front of the rim. Rosenberger now. Trying to find some room to work. Benner, pop up, and it's good. But a 17-4 lead has put Williamsburg in charge here in the first. A steal by Benner as he gets into a passing lane, but the ball is stolen away. And a dunk by Kellen Cockrell, the 6'6" junior forward, in off the bench, finishes with emphasis at the rim. Steal by John Eichhorn. Ball goes back to Jepson. He tries a three. Good from the left side. Landon Jepson, hot tonight. And the Trojans trail 22-4. Open look for Rosenberger. Bounces twice, not good. Cockrell comes down with it. And now Dorman around to Jepson. He's going to fire again. Little heat check there off the rim, no good. Trojans have 1.6 seconds left in the first. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. South Tama trailing 22-4. You're listening to Trojan Country. Coming back into the action, start of the second quarter. Trojans trail 22-4 as they give it up on their first trip down the court. Varsity girls have just gotten underway over in South Tama. Scoreless game there in the opening minute. We'll jump back in, check in their score as we go here this evening. Jepson with 13 points. Can't quite get the action to go in the middle of the lane. Gives it away. Turnover comes back to the Trojans. Alvarado has it stolen away by O'Neal. O'Neal from the right side looking strong. Finishes at the hoop. First points of the night for Trey O'Neal. Double team there. And Capeu again knocked off balance. Nowhere to go down low. Now Maddox Dorman from the right side. Gets open, driving baseline, steal, almost a steal by Daniel Weiss. South Tama without Pella Weiss this evening. He's not on the bench, so the Trojans working with again, a limited lineup. There's a three-pointer by Trey O'Neal. Rosenberger up the right side to Weiss. Dumps it off to Capeu. He drives the lane and banks it off for two. First points of the quarter for South Tama, but they're down by a bushel. 27-6. Jepson can't get it to go. Capeu loses the handle again. Harmon gets it to Jepson, and they're making it look easy down underneath. Jepson with 15 now. And South Tama just cannot do anything with the pressure that Williamsburg has put on them. And it's been turnovers and bad shots, but here we got a foul underneath the hoop. Capeu goes to the rack and draws a foul. That'll be on Trey O'Neal, his first. Oh, excuse me, his second. Daniel Weiss goes to the bench, as does Ethan Harmon for Williamsburg and Landon Jepson. Cockrell back in. And there's Ivan Alvarado for three. A steal by Capeu near the three-point line. Lucius Bear one-on-one. Just got gobbled up underneath the rim there against a much bigger player. Dorman to Cockrell, back out to O'Neal. And O'Neal called for traveling. Harmon checks back in for O'Neal. Weiss coming in for Capeu. Ivan Alvarado pulls up for another three. And it's good. He's got 6 off of 2 3-pointers that just came early in this second quarter. But it's still 29-12. Williamsburg in control here, although they've given up a few turnovers here in the second quarter. Maddox Dorman splits defenders into the lane, kicked out of bounds. Good handle there by Dorman. Now Gavin Dorman trying to work players around. Cockrell against Dolash. Errant shot there, gets his own rebound. But a foul is going to be called against South Tama. It's going to be against Dolash. And that will send Kellen Cockrell to the line for 2 shots. Williamsburg girls leading 7-0 against South Tama in the first period over at the Roundhouse. Kingston Davenport checking in for Jeremy Dolash. And Cockrell one more shot. Lucius Bear stripped by Landon Jepson. Jepson against Davenport, one-on-one from the right side. Up strong again and comes down with another bucket. Ivan Alvarado, guarded by Dorman. Gets a screen, kicks it out to Bear. Alvarado draws a triple team. Gets a look for Daniel Weiss, unable to convert. Jepson in trouble there, but he pulls away with it. Maddox Dorman came down strange as he shot the ball there, but managed to kind of like a cat falling off the couch. Trojans still trail 34-12 in this one. Three-pointer for Lucius Bear off the mark. Dorman the rebound. Gets it to Race Heitman. And Jepson again, the finisher at the hoop. Officials timeout for substitutions here. Maddox Dorman to the bench for Williamsburg. Bear and Weiss to the bench for Capeu and Dolash. And a timeout is called. South Tama's going to gather themselves here a little bit.
As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com.
Out of the timeout, South Tama trailing 38-12. As this one has been all Williamsburg. South Tama has struggled to find any open looks down low. There's Capeyu trying to get aggressive into the lane, has it stripped away. And Trey O'Neill finishes at the other end. Now Rosenberger to Alvarado. Alvarado tries a three. He's got two. That one didn't go. Cockrell, the rebound. Heitman from the top. They work it down low to Cockrell, and he's got the height and length advantage against Dolash down low, and he finishes. He's got 7 tonight. Capeyu gives it up again. Turnovers plaguing the Trojans in the first half here. Dolash knocked it loose from Cockrell, but it went back into the hands of the Raiders. Jepson from 3 from the right side. Big night here in the absence of Derek Weiskopf, the leading per game scorer. Landon Jepson having a game here so far. Capeyu takes a tumble. And it's just an out of bounds call, so Davenport will take it out. Rosenberger tried to thread the needle to get it to Dolash, and just a little too fine a point on that one, and it goes out of bounds. Dorman slow to bring it up here against Alvarado. Alvarado picks his pocket. Open lane and a layup for 2. Gavin Dorman passes down low to Cockrell. That was a great pass there by Gavin Dorman, just around the defender. And Cockrell was right there to finish it off. Capeyu runs into a screen, dumps it off to Davenport. Capeyu tries a 3 and thumps one in. First points of the night for Wyatt Capeyu. Nope. Second bucket of the night for Capeyu. Jepson gets a screen, drives around, pull up, air ball. And that is it for the first half. South Tama down by 30 as we go to halftime. 47-17 the score. And we will be back with quarter number 3 after a short break.
The ball's all yours. Then they take down all the bank boys and put locks on all the doors. I won't hold back no more. We won't hold back. I won't hold back. Gotta let go. For the road that has no end. One step closer to the light up around the bend. Yeah, all of a sudden, it's near the dawn. I stop and look around me, and they're all gone. I won't hold back no more. We won't hold back. I won't hold back. Gotta let go. I won't hold back no more. We won't hold
All right, welcome back in live from Williamsburg High School. South Tama boys in action tonight against the Raiders. The Trojans trailing 47-17 in what has been all Williamsburg all night long here. And a very dominant display for the WaMaC West leading Raiders. Been a very lopsided Western Division race so far as Williamsburg, out of the five-ish teams that we have now in the West, Williamsburg sitting right now as the only team with even a winning record. I think sitting 3 games ahead at number 1 in the conference standings. So, and we're seeing why here tonight. Is they've been a very, very capable and dangerous team on the court with several different players getting involved. And here's Gavin Dorman to start the third quarter. Rebound is wrestled away from Dolash by Landon Jepson. In the first half, South Tama only saw points from 2 of their players. It was Wyatt Capeyu scoring 5, Ivan Alvarado with 8. Now Williamsburg back in the half court. And loose ball out of bounds, last touched by the Raiders. Alvarado gets past Dorman. Shots off the mark. Harmon the rebound. O'Neal now from the left. Setting up Jepson. And a charge is called. Capeyu drawing the action underneath. And Landon Jepson rung up for a personal foul. Alvarado bringing the ball up the court for South Tama. Pass stolen away by Dorman. Now Jepson from the other side goes in, kicks out to Harmon. Pull-up jumper from the left, it's good. Ethan Harmon's first points of the second half. Capeyu into the lane. Little shimmy move and a bucket for Wyatt Capeyu. And Jepson in the middle of the lane sinks a layup. Weiss from the right side. Gets a screen, drives in from the right, and gets a bucket for 2. Steal almost completed there by Daniel Weiss near the sideline, but tips out of bounds. Jepson and Gavin Dorman go to the bench for Williamsburg. Into the game is Dawson Furman and Kellen Cockrell. Harmon to Dorman, loose ball picked up by Cockrell. O'Neal calling for it on the right side, driving into the lane. Acrobatic move in the paint there is going to result in a foul called against Daniel Weiss. And O'Neal misses on the first. Into the game comes Cade Rosenberger for Jeremy Dolash. So the second unit making its way onto the court here for South Tama. And after the last free throw, a foul is called on Kingston Davenport, his first. Really a slow first half in terms of fouls went. And Cockrell at the line, hard off the front of the rim on the first. Misses on the second. And last touch by Williamsburg. Alvarado goes hard into the lane. Ball stripped away. It'll just be a turnover. Excuse me on the camera turn there. Dorman stripped away again. Now quickly Davenport up to Rosenberger. Rosenberger almost lost it, tipped it away to Alvarado. Alvarado on Harmon. Block shot. Picked up by O'Neal, and here come the Raiders back the other direction. Three-pointer by Harmon off the front of the rim. Heitman traces it down, but gets poked away again. Alvarado 1-on-2. Give and go with Weiss, and Trojans can't finish underneath the basket, but a foul is called. Third foul of the night for Trey O'Neal. He will go to the bench along with Harmon and Maddox Dorman for Jepson, Grant Hawker, and Gavin Dorman. Score update from the girls' game with 5 to go in the second quarter. Williamsburg was leading 20-8 in that one. That's over at the Roundhouse. A foul in the backcourt called against Kingston Davenport. So now his second. Hawker bringing it up the court for Williamsburg. Dorman out to Hawker, guarded by Rosenberger. And Cockrell can't get the shot to go. Long pass up the court to Davenport. Now Lucius Baer just came into the game a moment ago. Capeu against Dorman. Shots off the mark. Hawker the rebound. Hawker into the lane. Underhanded layup not there. Capeu comes down with the rebound. Easy bank shot for Kingston Davenport. First points of the night for him. Jepson into traffic. Off balance jumper is no good. Capeu the rebound. A steal by Cockrell in the middle of the court. Hawker. And the open layup on the fast break there by Williamsburg. Kingston Davenport called for traveling. John Ebersol comes into the game for the Trojans. Checks in for Wyatt Capeu. Williamsburg still with a full starting unit on the court here with a 30-point lead, 2 minutes to go in the third. South Tama has not even gotten so much as a whiff of an advantage here tonight. Hocker, a little one-handed from about 5 feet out. Jepson, the cleanup. He can't get it to go. Davenport comes down with the rebound for the Trojans. Steal by Hocker near the middle of the court. Jepson, 2-on-1, just stays ahead of the defenders and finishes with a one-handed layup for 2. Jepson with 28 points in this one. Floater off the mark for Lucius Bear. Hocker fires a long jumper. Jepson the cleanup. And he's got another couple. That'll be 30. Steal on the inbound pass. Dorman can't make the bunny layup. Back the other way. Foul's going to be on Landon Jepson, his second. Hocker to the bench. Damian Benner checks in for Ebersol. Capeu. Coming on for Davenport. And Capeu goes hard down the baseline. Finishes at the hoop for 2. Capeu now with 11 leading the Trojans. Nobody else on the court has more points than 2. Alvarado got a pair of 3-pointers in the first half, but has otherwise been pretty quiet. Gavin Dorman, easy layup underneath the hoop. And that will do it for the third quarter. After 3, South Tama trailing 61-27.
Sharn Weber's in Toledo serves central and northeast Iowa with the latest in heating and cooling systems, water softeners, plumbing and electrical installation, as well as expert service and repair. As a family-owned hallmark business from the South Tama community, Sharn Weber's is proud to support Trojan spirit on the field, on the stage, on the court, or in the classroom. When the job needs done, call Sharn Weber's at 800-542-7980. Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home in Tama is locally owned and operated, serving Tama, Toledo, and the surrounding areas. Cruzy Phillips offers both traditional and cremation services at the time of need, as well as pre-planned arrangements that give you and your family peace of mind. Through competent professionalism, the staff at Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home serves families with compassion and respect for their needs and wishes. That's why they offer services with unique options and attention to every detail. Obituaries and funeral home information can be found online at cruzy-phillips.com or by calling 641-484-3400.
All right, to start the fourth quarter, South Tama has Ivan Alvarado, Rosenberger, Benner, and Capeu on the court. Travel called against Benner on the opening possession. Also Lucius Bear out there for STC. Starters still on the court here for the Raiders. Dorman has the ball stripped away. Alvarado to Rosenberger, and Rosenberger on the fast break draws the foul and the bucket. Foul is on Gavin Dorman, his first personal. And Rosenberger banks the and one. Still a 31-point lead here for Williamsburg as they've been in control the entire way this evening. Dawson Furman into the lane. Shots off the mark. Here goes Rosenberger sprinting up the court. Stuffed at the other end by Harmon. Loose ball picked up by Benner, and now South Tama back with another possession. Alvarado can't get it to come down. And Benner fouled as he was able to come up for another offensive rebound. Good effort there by Damian Benner underneath the hoop. Furman checks out for Micah Geringer. Quick inbound pass to Lucius Bear, and he gets the little bunny hop to go. Geringer gets it to Dorman. Maddox Dorman from the left corner into Cockrell. Going through traffic. Cockrell draws a foul and will go up for 2 shots. Foul's going to be on Damian Benner. Hawker and Race Heitman coming in, so the starters making their way out of the game here for Williamsburg. Cockrell's second free throw bounce is no good. Alvarado drives in, passes out to Capeu. Capeu bounces twice and gets a fadeaway jumper to go. He's got 15 tonight. Steal in the middle of the court by Alvarado, and he finishes at the other end. Alvarado with 8 tonight. At halftime of the girls' game, it was Williamsburg 32, South Tama 12 over at the Roundhouse. Missed shot by Williamsburg. Rebound by Wyatt Capeu. Lucius Bear can't finish at the other end. Benner the rebound, gets it back and banks it in for 2. Damian Benner having a nice night in the post. Timeout, 30-second timeout called by South Tama. Ian Vore into the game, as is Jonathan Ebersol. Trojans trailing 62-38. We will be live on Monday for the Meskwaki South Tama doubleheader. That'll be live from the Meskwaki Settlement School in Tama. In and out there. Hawker can't get the jumper to go. Cockrell, the cleanup, and the bucket. Three-pointer by Rosenberger off the mark. And Cockrell finishes from the right side. Steal by Cockrell in the other end. And Race Heitman buckets one, his first points tonight. Vore hands it off to Rosenberger. Davenport into traffic, tripped up, called for traveling. 3:24 left on the clock in the fourth quarter here. Into the game for Williamsburg. Bryson Wetchen, Brayson Dorman, so the third Dorman to get action here tonight. Three-pointer by Dorman off the mark. Tracked down by Hawker. With 3 minutes to go. Steal by Rosenberger. Now top of the key for Rosenberger. Crosses up Hawker. Gets a double team. Ebersol can't hang on. And here comes the Raiders up the other way. Fouls on Jonathan Ebersol, sending Race Heitman to the line. Into the game is Caden Tim coming in. Ebersol trying to save the loose ball. Last touched by the Trojans. And will stay with Williamsburg here. We'll get around to Geringer, open three, off the mark. Bayer tracks down the rebound. Lucius Bayer drives the lane. Rejected by John Eichhorn. Ian Vore looking for a shot, called for traveling. Eichhorn off the ball there. Ebersol hard up the court. The pass goes out of bounds. Open look for Hawker. Three-pointer off the mark. Eichhorn tracks down the loose ball. Ebersol on the fast break, has it stripped away. Minute to go here in Williamsburg. This game has flown by, as we've seen very few fouls. And haven't quite gotten to that continuous clock threshold, as it's stayed at 30, the margin, but it's been at 30 since the first quarter. And things have just clipped right along here in Williamsburg. Say good luck to the STC wrestlers as they head to Ankeny tomorrow for the Bob Sharp Invitational. Both boys and girls in action for that one. And again, we'll have South Tama Meskwaki. Got a shot clock violation there with 15 seconds left to go. So on Monday, it'll be boys and girls varsity in action against the Meskwaki Warriors at the Meskwaki Settlement School. We'll have that one live for you here on Trojan Country. If you can't get out, by all means, please do go support the Trojans or the Warriors. And there's your final score, 68-38, the final here in Williamsburg. So tune in Monday if you can't make it out to cheer on the Trojans. We'll have that start time around 6 o'clock with the girls' game. And we will look forward to that. Everybody have a great weekend over in Trojan Country. Thank you again to our sponsors, Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Salt Creek Wind, State Bank of Toledo, Sharn Webbers, Mark West and Hoyer Law, SNS Car Wash, Medicap Pharmacy, Iowa Premium, Mercy Care Tama, and the Tama Pump. Tonight's broadcast also made possible by the Charlie Townsend Memorial. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and we will see you next time here on Trojan Country.